Hi everyone, let's start with the evolution in the biology. Please subscribe this channel now. Let's get started. Introduction to evolution. Life on Earth began billions of years ago in as microscopic single-celled organisms floating in oceans. So this slide introduces the concept of evolution as a gradual, continuous process that transformed simple life forms into the vast diversity we see today. Over time, these simple organisms evolve into multi-celled forms with specialized cells. So this visual shows students how complexity increased, slowly highlighting that evolution is not sudden but incremental over vast periods. Genetic changes in DNA drive evolutionary processes across generations. Mutations, recombination, and natural variation create differences that selection pressures can act upon. Early plants evolved from aquatic algae. Adapting to terrestrial environments, this transition highlights that evolution often involves major changes in physiology and structure to survive in new habitats. Fish developed limbs capable of supporting movement on land. This cartoon shows the transitional forms bridging aquatic life and terrestrial vertebrates, an important concept in understanding major evolutionary shift. Insects gradually moved from water to land, evolving adaptations such as exoskeletons and wings. This demonstrates that even small organisms undergoes significant changes to exploit new ecological niches. As a species migrated across continents, they adapted to different climates and environmental conditions. Migration and geographic dispersal drive evolution by exposing species to new selection pressures. Fossils provide evidence of past life and evolutionary change. In this visual, students observe fossils, understanding that extinct species offer snapshots of how life has evolved over millions of years. A tiny spark of life eventually diversified into countless species, including plants, animals, and microbes. This cartoon illustrates the branching nature of evolution, showing how life forms radiate from common ancestors. Earth's climate changed repeatedly over geological time, forcing species to adapt or face extinction. Environmental pressures are a constant driving force for evolutionary change. Now, theories of evolution. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck suggested that organisms could pass on traits acquired during their lifetime. For instance, stretching a neck to reach leaves could theoretically result in offspring with longer necks. This cartoon shows giraffes stretching their necks, which illustrates Lamarck's idea, but scientists later discovered that acquired traits are not inherited genetically. This helps students contrast Lamarckian theory with Darwinian theory. Charles Darwin observed finches on the Galapagos Islands, noting variations in their beaks depending on their food sources. So Darwin proposed that natural selection, not acquired traits, drives evolutionary changes. Different beak shapes of finches illustrate adaptation to specific diets. This visual helps students understand that environmental demands select for beneficial traits. Population naturally contain variations such as green and brown insects on leaves. Without variation, natural selection cannot occur, highlighting the importance of diversity in populations. So predators selectively consume less camouflage insect, allowing better adapted individuals to survive. So this cartoon demonstrates survival of fittest in action. Thomas Malthus emphasized that populations grow faster than resources, leading to competition. This principle explains why only the best adapted organisms survive and reproduce. Over generations, traits that improve survival become more common in a population, so students can see evolution as a population level process rather than an individual change. Gradual accumulation of favorable traits over millions of years produces new species. This visual reinforces that evolution is slow, cumulative, and continuous. A comparison bubble of Lamarck versus Darwin helps students understand the differences in their theories. Lamarck focused on acquired traits, while Darwin highlighted variation, selection, and inheritance. Now, natural selection. Predators chasing prey show selective pressures in action. Only prey with advantageous traits survive to reproduce. Camouflage allows insects to blend into leaves, hiding from predators. Adaptive traits like these are naturally selected over generations. Desert cacti demonstrate structural adaptations to extreme environments. Features like reduced leaves and water storage enhance survival in harsh conditions. Butterflies with different color patterns illustrate Mutation and variation. Some colors provide camouflage, increasing the likelihood of survival. A fitness meter cartoon shows individuals with stronger traits surviving. Traits that increase survival and reproduction spread in populations. Over generations, populations shift traits that provide a survival advantage. Evolution is measured at the population level, not the individual. So, animals in cold climates evolve adaptations such as thick fur or fat layers. Environmental challenges act as drivers for evolutionary changes. Birds with stronger wings survive better than those with weaker wings. Advantageous traits ensure reproduction and continuation of species. Short beak finches gradually evolve longer beaks to exploit food resources. Students see a clear example of adaptation to environmental pressures. Changing climate continuously challenges species, favoring traits that improve survival. Evolution is ongoing and responsive to environmental conditions. Fossils preserved in rock layers show extinct organisms and their anatomy. Fossils provide historical evidence of life forms that no longer exist. Comparing whale skeletons to land mammals reveals structural similarities. These homologous structures point to a shared evolutionary ancestry. Embryo comparisons shows similarities across species in early development stages. Similar embryonic structures suggest evolutionary relationships. DNA analysis reveals genetic similarities across species. Molecular evidence confirms evolutionary links suggested by fossils and anatomy. Homologous structures such as hands, wings, and flippers have similar underlying anatomy. This demonstrates descent with modification from a common ancestors. Analogous structure like bat and insect wings serve similar functions but evolve independently. This shows convergent evolution driven by similar environmental pressures. Vestigial organs such as the human tailbone are evolutionary remnants. They highlight traits inherited from ancestors that are no longer functional. A fossil timeline showing fish, amphibians, or reptiles illustrates gradual transitions over geological time. Students see evidence of cumulative evolution. Darwin's finches show variation within a species due to environmental adaptation. Beak differences evolve to exploit specific food sources. Laboratory DNA comparisons confirm evolutionary relationships. Modern genetics support and expand upon classical evidence from fossils and anatomy. Speciation and extinction. Populations separated by geographic barrier evolve independently. This isolation can lead to the formation of new species. Finches on different islands developed distinct traits. Geographic isolation drives divergence in morphology and behavior. Reproductive isolation prevents interbreeding, reinforcing speciation. Over time, separated populations evolve into fully distinct species. Dinosaur skeletons illustrate extinction events. Species that cannot adapt to environmental changes are removed from the ecosystems. Humans protecting endangered species demonstrate conservation efforts. Extinction can be slowed or prevented with active intervention. Microevolution occurs as small genetic changes accumulate within populations. These small shifts over time can lead to significant evolutionary change. A tree of life shows branching species. Macroevolution explains large-scale changes over geological timescales. Adaptive radiation occurs when a single species evolves into multiple species in response to different ecological niches. This increases biodiversity. Convergent evolution occurs when unrelated species develop similar traits. Similar environmental pressures lead to analogous solutions. Divergent evolution occurs when closely related species evolve different traits. This explains the diversity of simple stemming from a common ancestor. Humans evolved gradually from primate ancestors over millions of years. This cartoon shows the progression from early primates to Homo sapiens. Australopithecus walking upright shows the adaptation of bipedalism. Upright posture freed the hands for other tasks, an important evolutionary step. Homo habilis using tools marks the emergence of intelligence and problem solving. Tool use indicates cognitive advancement in early humans. Neanderthals coexisted with Homo sapiens, but only our species survived. Extinction of other human species demonstrates selective survival. Modern humans spread worldwide, adapting to diverse climates and cultures. Evolution continues and humans respond to environmental and social challenges. Modern evolution. Bacteria develop antibiotic resistance, demonstrating evolution in real time. Humans witness evolution in response to selective pressures. Insects evolve resistance to pesticides, showing rapid adaptation. Human actions can accelerate evolutionary processes. Selective breeding in dogs is artificial selection. Humans guide evolution to emphasize desirable traits. Genetic engineering allows scientists to manipulate genes directly. Biotechnology shows controlled human guided evolution. Earth teeming with diverse life illustrates the result of billions of years of evolution. Evolution explains the incredible variety of species we see today. For the next geography and bio session, please subscribe this channel.